life has two aspects. It's like the left and right side of the brain, you see. There's logic, pure intellect, and there's the psychology, feelings, emotions. Human evolution is about the integration of those two aspects of life. All too often people will embrace one and kind of turn a cold shoulder to the other, or sometimes they'll embrace one and forget about the other, and then vice versa. But the two aren't really integrated. We can say it's like the king and queen of the universe, the intellect and the psyche, you see? So what's really needed to get started with all of that is a fundamental understanding of the nature of life and how it is on a fundamental level those two things are actually one. It's infinitely seamless. It's infinitely harmonious, you see? I like to say that everything has a personified aspect. When you look at anything, let's say you walk out in a meadow in a beautiful summer morning in the mist and the whole thing is pristine. That's all physics. You know, you could say that. There's a pure logic to it. They asked Einstein, can you describe a sunset in terms of pure physics? And what did he say? He said, yes, you can, but if you do, it loses its meaning. Because you see, there's a feeling correlate, there's a personified correlate to that sunset, to that exquisite valley in the early morning, you see? And if you're just innocent, I'm not saying naive, I'm saying innocent. In other words, if you're just open to your feelings and you don't shut them down with your intellect, you see, then you can feel the personified correlate to that. Some people might call that the deva of the valley, for example. Now you can get carried away with that if you lose your rationality, abandon your rationality, and you're floating around trying to talk to the deva of the valley. You can get ridiculous with it. But the point is that both are there, both are real, and it changes your life and gives you a deeper appreciation for the nature of life. We do it all the time with other people. You look at a person and you don't say, oh, they're a bunch of electrons, protons, and neutrons. No, it's a personified correlate to that that is what you think of when you think of a person. Similarly, with respect to the unified field, the highly sophisticated, self-interacting dynamic, the underlying basis of all the intelligence and harmony and creativity that's inherent in all of creation, not to mention human beings. So what birthed human beings also has a personified correlate. You can interface it with that value that way. And people do that and they call it God. And if we maintain a mature, sophisticated relationship with personified correlates, then it has a value. It's when we get off and running and don't have an integration between the king and queen of the universe, between the rationality and the personified aspects of life, that it gets all confused.